I laughed, I cried, I got angry. Ladies and gentlemen, the season finale of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Let's chat about it. Welcome back to number one reality chunky, where I take my reality TV junk and I just dump it right on you. Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to this channel for more Housewives content. And you guys, oh my gosh, it is the season finale of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And this episode did not disappoint. So much was going on, and I can't put it all in one video because it's just going to be so long. And I try to keep these very short. So let's just jump right into my initial statement. You know, I laughed, I cried, I got angry. So let's go through some of those tidbits. I laughed. One reason why I laughed was because of the Lisa's luncheon. Like that was Lisa's lunch. That was so much fun. And, you know, it's twofold because number one, if you have a lunch, which of course she didn't know about this was Heather making all the plans for this, which was great. So kudos again to Heather. She was killing it on this episode, you know, for putting this together. But then also you see how everyone looks at Lisa and how she comes across to all the ladies. And even though it was very funny, it was hilarious. The wigs, the baby gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love, like they were all saying, I love it. I love it. I love it. It was hilarious. But, you know, a side note, I don't know about me, but y'all let me know in the comment section below. Would you feel some type of way after seeing yourself, like how they portrayed you? And then especially when they went around the table and was talking like how she talks and how it's all about, you know, cars and money and things and designer and all of that. That's how they see Lisa. They told Lisa to her face how they see her. And I'm glad she could take a joke, but also I would be thinking like, well, dang, this is how I'm coming across to the people. Ooh. So it was twofold for me for sure, but it definitely was hilarious and light. And we needed this light moment because the episode got dark. Now, the other reason why I'm laughing, and this is probably not like laughing, like I shouldn't be laughing, but the way Meredith just like, she gets so angry and the things that she says, it's very comical to me. And it's because it's almost like cartoonish, dare I say. Just, you know, the way she just like gets upset and, you know, it's vile, the verbiage that she uses. You know, the whole nine is just very hilarious to me. And there are multiple points where she got upset and angry. Of course, a lot of it being directed toward Brittany. And does Brittany deserve that level of anger? Probably not. You know, but do I feel like Meredith is looking for something to do to get her riled up? I think so. You know, the stuff that Brittany did, yes, she was recording. That was just terrible. You don't do that, you know, especially behind someone's back. But the reaction just didn't fit the crime. You know, the reaction didn't fit the crime to me. The reaction didn't fit the crime when she was, you know, fussing at her at the table at the Lisa's luncheon. It didn't fit the crime. And it didn't fit the crime at the end of this show where she's, you know, backing up Lisa, which I believe is what ultimately she's doing, is backing up Lisa. But, you know, it just, every time she just goes in, I'm done, I'm finished, this is vile, this is disgusting, this is vile. I laugh so hard because to me, it's just quite hilarious. You hear my little kitty in the background. Hey, honey. Anyway, so I laughed. I cried. Of course, the situation with the situation with Mary and Angie, that literally had me in tears. You know, the situation between Angie and Mary, it's really just been such a beautiful dynamic to watch this season, to see the friendship develop. And I believe it's genuine. I believe it's very genuine. I don't think there's anything fake about their relationship or their friendship. You know, I think that, you know, Mary overreacted, and I understand with her background why. I have a very similar background. I just found my father last year after going to find him, or actually it's been a little over a year now that I went and found my father on my own because I'd never met my father, never seen him or anything. And there are feelings of abandonment that literally I have to fight on a daily basis. I have to deal with my husband on a daily basis. It's not easy, so the first reaction for her is to be like, I'm done with her. I'm finished. That's what people, that's what people who've been through abandonment do. They cut someone off before that's done to them, so I believe that Mary was acting, of course, out of anger. And I do believe that she feels bad and she apologized. And that whole, at the final dinner, that beautiful exchange of just genuine, true feelings like, look, I love you. I am sorry. Look, I love you too. And I was hurt and I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have said that. That was just so beautiful to see. And that moment really set us up for the okie doke, because the moment after that was very just, the producers, kudos to them, because they know how to tug on the heartstrings and then bring you to the drama, but when you're at your most vulnerable, you're crying. I was literally crying in here listening to Mary and Angie crying, and I just think that their friendship just feels more genuine than some of the other friendships in this group. And that part just really had my heart. There's been a lot of crying with Mary. Mary has really opened up more than she's really opened up in the past. And the stuff with her son, I just pray for them. I pray for her son. I pray for Mary. I pray for her husband, is because that's not an easy situation to go through. It's not. Drug addiction is very serious. Your decisions while you're on drugs can lead you to doing things that you regret later. So just her even talking about it and bringing that to the forefront. And mind you, she never told any of the ladies. She only told Angie. So I think, when she's crying, when she's upset, she's thinking like, I just poured my heart out to Angie about my son. And she felt like Angie took, the side of Brittany. No, Angie was doing the housewife thing. Angie felt bad in that moment and wanted just to go and just check on her. And I understand that. And I agree with it. I think that was very nice and kind of Angie, because she's not that big of a fan of Brittany, but for her to go check on her in that moment, that was very not kind, because we already know Brittany was hyperventilating outside by herself because of Meredith attacking her. So anyway, that was my cry, my anger. Oh, first of all, kudos to Heather for coming up with a game where we have to go in our phones and see the worst thing that we've said about someone and make them read it out loud just to get over it. And I don't know if that's the way to get over it, but kudos, because that sure made for great Housewives TV. We've been talking a lot about phones. Yesterday with the situation with Kyle with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now today with the situation with Salt Lake City. The phones have been like the additional castmate, okay, for this week. So for her to suggest that, it was going so well. I felt like this could go left really quick. And I knew it was just too good to be true. Everything was just happening. And one person after the other, Mary started it off, and, I appreciated that, her reaction wasn't her normal reaction. She just, she understood, she took it, she wanted to move forward. I get it. Everyone going down the line. Now, the thing that I will say about Angie, when Angie cuts, she cuts deep. And what she said about Bronwyn was very hurtful. And I know Bronwyn is not going to forget that. She's not going to forget that. And I don't know if she will forgive that. I would say that she might forgive, but she won't forget. That was very, very mean. And I understand it was in the heat of the moment. But what Angie said about, her, sleeping her way to the top, talking about her husband has one foot in the grave and one foot on a banana peel. Like, Angie goes in so hard. And I felt bad for Bronwyn in that moment. And I almost wish that she hadn't chosen that one, but then that wouldn't be the assignment. Then she would be being fake about it, which is why, when it comes to the situation with Whitney, I knew, because it was going to be about Lisa, and I knew that Lisa was going to overreact, because that's what Lisa does. And especially when it comes to Whitney. What made me angry about the situation, you see everyone, the mean things that were being said about everyone at the table, and you, Lisa, cannot take it. You can't take what was said. And there were other things that were said that, that were inappropriate about someone's husband, about relationships. It all came out. But for you to react that way, to me, you are always looking to have a vendetta against Whitney. You don't want to work it out with Whitney. And I'd rather you just say, I don't want anything to do with you. Don't make it seem like it's this situation or the other situations. You just don't like Whitney. And just say that. Keep it real and just say that. What Whitney said was terrible. It doesn't excuse what she said, but she was doing the assignment that this game that Heather created. So it's like she's damned if she does and damned if she doesn't. So what was she supposed to do in that situation? She chose the worst message that she knew that she wanted to apologize for. And Lisa was not having it. This episode was so good. It was so good. But the end really just grinded my gears, and it really has me ready for the reunion, because I just feel like Lisa's going to just yell, and there's not going to be any resolve. And it's getting old. I'm getting tired of that, shtick from Lisa. Anyway, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about this finale of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? I believe season 5. This was fantastic. Let me know in the comment section below. And look, I just took my reality TV junk and I just dumped it right on you. Peace.